is Manu Paul, and here is the topic for my project. It is modeling and rendering vintage Vespa, and the project was guided by Sauduraj sir. We all know CAD software increase the creativity of a designer and also the communication method or means for the modeling. Here through this project, I have gone through the SolidWorks Visualize 2018 and SolidWorks 2018 in order to create my model. And I have gone through several sketching tool, solid modeling tools, and the surface modeling features and some rendering techniques. As an introduction, I will explain some history regarding the model, the vintage Vespa. Here the model I have designed is 1975 model. The Vespa is a Italian brand of scooter that is manufactured by Piaggio, and they bring the first model or the launch the first model in 1946. They also came to India with partnership with Bajaj Auto, that was in 1960s, and later they have ended their collaboration. And but the Bajaj manufactured same design of the Vespa with a different name. It was Chetak, and later Piaggio also become partnership with LML Motors, but it didn't extend for a long. And in 2012, Piaggio also re-entered into the Indian market as an independent one without any collaboration with the local manufacturers. And it was the model that we are seeing today in our present roads. As the beginning of my model creation, first I have set up the blueprint. In order to get some blueprints, I have referred some Google images, and I have set up the blueprint with the dimensions like height and the length. Why I have used these images? Because we will get a good proportion for the entire model. These are the parts I have individually modeled, and later these parts are assembled together. The parts are body, handlebar, fork cover, fender, wheel, seat, carrier, engine, front suspension, brake light, fuel tank lid, brake pedal, clutch and brake lever, kicker, stand, shock absorber for the rear, and the cabin door. Now we can go through each parts. This is the body of the Vespa. We all know for all automobiles, the body is the main aesthetic appearance that gives the main aesthetic appearance. Here in the Vespa, it is the same. Here for the body, I have split it into two, the front portion and the rear portion. This is the rear portion. Why I have split it in order to make it easily, or for the ease of design I have splitted, but in the actual model they are welded together. That means they have a permanent joint between them in the actual model. And the Vespa doesn't have a specialized chassis. Instead of that, it has some reinforcement in the body itself, and the engine with some other reinforcement is hinged to directly to the body. Here I have removed the appearance because you can clearly see the detail. That is why I have removed the appearance. Here is the cabin door. This comes in the opposite side of this part. That means almost here this portion in the other side. This I have I have cutted that portion from the same body. Here I have given some blend surface. Blend surface means I have given some boundary surface in order to get a smooth transition from both these surface. I have used several surface tools like lofted surface, swept surface, boundary surface in order to gain these models. This is the handlebar and the front fork cover. These two parts were mainly some challenging for me. That means the body and the handlebar along with the fork cover, because they include a lot of surface modeling features. I had to use some blended surface was there Here, these portions, the switches, they were the solid modeling, only some extrusions, but the remaining portion was mainly the surface modeling features I have used. And later they were thickened in order to make a solid body. Here is the seat and the rear carrier. The rear seat has a small inclination, and also it includes a spring system in the original model, but I have skipped in my model because from the outside it is not visible, so I have skipped that. And coming to the carrier, either there is a carrier or we can fix a seat. I have skipped the seat. Instead, I have used the carrier to improve the appearance. This is the fender and this is the wheel. For the fender, I have used the surface modeling tools, and for the wheels, I have fully gone with the solid modeling tools like revolve, extrude, some ribs, and the circular patterns, etc. This is the engine. Even though the engine is not fully seen from the outside, some parts like the impeller for the cooling fan is visible. The portion for the kicker, the exhaust system, these are visible from the outside. So I haven't gone for much detailing regarding the engine, or it is not a dynamic one. It is only a static, only for the appearance. Mhm. Here is the front suspension portion, and here this is the frame that connects the handlebar and the axis, and this portion comes under the fender, front fender. So this is not visible, but the spring and the shock absorber is visible. Here is the axis for the front wheel is coming. This is the brake light and the fuel tank lid. For the brake light, I have given some appearance like these faces. I have given thick glass, red glass, and I have also given some spotlight onto that because it reflects some red light into the surface of the other models also in order to get a realistic look. These are the other components included. One is the kicker stand. Here is the lever for the brake and the clutch, and here this is the stand. This is the brake pedal. Here this is a shock absorber for the rear, and in order to make something different, something dynamic, I have given an animation for this part. In order to give such an animation, I have used to build it in a separate assembly because these parts are individual to each other. That means the top portion, the bottom, and the spring, they are different parts, and I have assembled them. And I have used some reference of both of these parts, the top and the bottom, in order to create this spring. The reference is based on the top and reference. That is why while moving the top portion between the top and the bottom portion, the spring also move between them. Now coming to the assembly, there are total number of 20 parts, and the mates I have used are coincident mate, distance mate, parallel mate, angle mates. This is the assembly file. Here I have inserted all the components. First I have inserted the rear cabin, and it is a fixed one, and to that I have inserted the engine, tire, and all other wheels I have attached to that with different mates like distance mate, angle mate, like that, concentric mate. Some angle mates I have given for the handlebar and the stands. This is the full assembly. These are some of the rendered images. This I have done in the PhotoView 360. In the PhotoView 360, I have given some environment and some lighting condition. No, lighting condition, I have given the default lighting conditions and adjusted the color of the environment. This is done in the solid visualize. Yeah, this I have done in the PhotoView 360 with giving some appearance like the color of the body and some environment conditions. As an environment, I have given the color, choose color instead of giving a environment. Here, this I have done in the SolidWorks Visualize. Here you can see there are two models. I bring both of the models because in order to get a good understanding between its front region and the rear region. For this, what I have done is in the assembly file itself. That means in the SolidWorks, I have imported or copied the same model, copied the same entire assembly model into two. That means you get two models. So I bring the or save that file and bring imported into the SolidWorks Visualize in order to get these two models in a same file. I have changed the appearance and some background colors. This I have applied in a realistic environment. That means in the older one it was only a color. Here it is some more realistic environment I have given. And these are the conclusion that I have modeled the different parts and assembled them and rendered them in the PhotoView 360 and SolidWorks Visualize. Visualize was 2018. And the future scope are to make the model more dynamic one, especially its engine part, the clutch and differentials, the brake drums. And these are the reference I have gone through. First of all, it is the skilling tutorial. That means like the chopper model and the yacht model. And some of the YouTube channels, especially for the spring animation, image mask for the decal. I have applied some decals that you can see here in this rendered image. For this decal, I have used some Vespa image that I have downloaded from Google, and it consists of some white portion. That means the background was white. So in order to remove that, I have made a mask file and also gone through some restoration videos in order to get a clear understanding of the shape and a 360 view. Thank you.